Hey guys, Metal Viking 82 here, back to show us some more plunder that I've acquired over the last little while. Got a couple little stacks of things to go through here. Starting off with some used ones. The first two are from the same artist, and I actually got these for $2 a piece at the Half Price Books outlet store. And I know the girl behind the counter probably thought it was kind of odd that I handed her these because, I walked in, I've got a black face mask on, a skull and bullet wristband, a Cannibal Corpse wristband, and a versed shirt going. Basically decked out in death metal gear. And I hand her these. And that are a couple of CDs by Michael Bolton. Yes, that Michael Bolton, the same one that you've seen me mention before. Back in his early career, which started back in 1975, he played hard rock / proto metal, I guess you could say. And this one here is called Michael Bolo 10, which is his given name, The Early Years, and is just a compilation of tracks from his first two albums under the Bolo 10 name, which I do not own, so it's kind of cool to hear these songs. And then we have the self-titled, which is the first time he used the Bolton name. And this is his third full-length album on Columbia Records back in 1983. And it's basically, early 80s hard rock / metal. Definitely very anthem-oriented in a way, but still pretty cool to listen to. Now, the last three used ones all came from the actual Half Price Books, starting with Sacrifice with Apocalypse Inside. And this is actually my first album from this band. And they are a thrash metal band out of Toronto, Ontario, Canada. Been around since 1983. Fourth full-length album on Metal Blade Records out in 1993. Have not had a chance to listen to this yet, but a lot of people have told me I should check out Sacrifice. So when I saw that, I went ahead and picked it up. This one I was really surprised to see because on the spine, you don't get, the name of the band or the album or anything. It's just Chinese lettering. But this is Morbid Saint with Beyond the States of Hell. And of course, Morbid Saint are a thrash metal band from Sheboygan, Wisconsin. Been around since 1984. This is a live album actually recorded at the Mao Live House in Beijing, China back in 2014, only limited to 1,000 copies. So I was really surprised to see this in there. And I do love Morbid Saint, so I'm very anxious to actually check that one out finally. And the last used one, we have Frowning with Funeral Impressions. This is a funeral doom band from Germany. Been around since 2011. This is the debut full-length album put out on Wretched Records and Sawtooth Productions back in 2014. Had not really heard this band, but seeing that I do enjoy some funeral doom and it was getting some good reviews and price was right, I thought, why not? All right, on to the new stuff. First up, we have Episa with Sinister. I couldn't read the title there. And as you could probably tell by the name of the band and the album cover there, this is basically a project of Vinny and Carmine Episa. Of course, Vinny is known for being the drummer for Black Sabbath at one point. He was Dio's drummer for pretty much the entire tenure of his career. Carmine, he's been in Blue Murder, Cactus, among many other bands. And this is basically like an all-star project with different guests and that. And it's kind of interesting how they actually recorded this album, especially if you read the liner notes in the booklet. But this has, people like Phil Soussan, who is the former bassist of Ozzy Osbourne, on probably one of my all-time favorite albums, The Ultimate Sin. You got Robin McCauley from MSG and a bunch of other cool people. So yeah, definitely an interesting listen. I would go check it out if you're a fan of either Vinny or Carmine. Next up, got a couple from some local Indiana metal here. We've got Throne of Iron with their 2018 demo and their debut full-length album, Adventure 1. This is actually a Bandcamp Friday order. I made a couple of Bandcamp Fridays ago. It just, took quite a while to get here, all things considered. But yeah, Throne of Iron, they are a straight-up heavy metal band out of Bloomington, Indiana. Been around since 2018. Demo 2018, of course, is their debut demo, which was originally released by the band back in 2018. And then, as I said, their debut full-length Adventure 1. This is their full-length album on No Remorse Records. Came out just last year. Very happy to own those. If you love stuff like Manila Road or just kind of epic sounding heavy metal, go check those dudes out. And of course, had to get me a shirt. Show some support for some Indiana metal here. And the next two, I actually already did reviews of, so you want my full thoughts, go check those out. That is Bolton After Midnight with Paint the Sky with Blood, melodic death / power metal out of Helsinki, Finland. Only around short time in 2020. And yeah, lone EP put out by Napalm Records. And then Tribal Gaze with Godless Voyage, death metal out of Livingston, Texas. Debut EP out on Desert Wastelands Productions. Definitely go check both of these out. They're absolutely killer in my opinion. This next one I actually got in my Metalhead box, and I gave it a listen here recently, and oh my god, it is fucking good. I'm actually thinking of doing a review of this at some point. But this is Brzask with their self-titled demo. Black and death metal out of Poland. As I said, this is their debut demo. Originally put out independently on digital last year, and then this is a reissue on the Black Market Metal label, put out just last year as well. Really cool stuff. Sorry, I got my notes ready. Next up, some Ohio death metal here. This is Inoculation with Celestial Putridity. Yeah, as I said, these guys are from the Cleveland, Ohio area. Been around since 2011. This is their second full-length album put out just this year by Maggot Stomp, which is an amazing label that puts out some absolutely killer stuff. And yeah, this is no exception. Really solid death metal. I excuse me, absolutely recommend checking that one out. Then we have Ablaze My Sorrow with Among Ashes and Monoliths. Yeah, this is a band that I have heard a lot about over the years. They're a melodic death metal band out of Sweden, been around since 1993. Fifth full-length album put out just this year by Black Lion Records. And yeah, this is some really good stuff. This is my first introduction to this band, and I am definitely impressed and will be picking up more. I suggest you check them out. Next up, got this one in recently from Comatose Music. This is In a Symmetry, Ashes of Dead Worlds. Yeah, these guys are a technical death metal band out of Chile. Been around since 2017. Debut full-length out on Comatose Music. Features current and former members of such bands as Goratory, Deeds of Flesh, Esophagus, Inanimate Existence, and the Kennedy Veil, among others. Really solid stuff. And of course, you know, I got the pre-order, so I had to get the t-shirt with it. And on the back it says, Conjuring the Creatures Whom Prey on the Weak. Love that. And last but not least, known that I've had on pre-order from Amazon for a long time. This is Marasmus with Necrotic Overlord. Kind of dark artwork. Got a nice little glossiness to the cover there. But yeah, this is a death metal band out of Kansas City, Missouri. Been around since 2007. This is their third full-length album, put out just this year through Transcending Obscurity, and features current and former members of bands like Discreet, Unmerciful, Crematorium, among others. Definitely recommend checking this out. Some really good stuff. And yeah, that is going to do it. Thank you guys so much for watching and subscribing. And until next time, stay brutal.